Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Reggie with Smart Family of Cooling Products. And today, our service bulletin is going to be over the proper fill method for filling a chiller with a heat exchanger and removing trapped air pockets that are in the system. The most important part of the process of setting up a chiller and a heat exchanger is going to be the fill process. And so our first step is we're going to attach our filler hose, okay? And then we're going to open up all of our butterfly valves that are on the system, and we want to open up all of our ball valves at the same time. Okay, once we have all that open and we verify we're good to go, then we're going to start the fill process. And you can see here, as we've started our fill process, we're now adding liquid, and it's going to start filling in the bottom of the chiller and the bottom of the heat exchanger. So what that is doing is it's forcing air to rise within the system. Now, one of the most beneficial things that we can do during this process is we can have a air vent here or a bleeder valve here that allows us to vent that air as that air rises. Okay. Now our fill process here is almost done. Okay, so we have a pretty large air pocket still at the top of the heat exchanger. You can see that our chiller is full, but we're not done. We've got to get this air here out of the heat exchanger. If we try to run this unit at this point, this air pocket's going to move back around and it's going to get to your pump. And it's going to cause your pump to cavitate and you're not going to have any flow. So again, we're not done yet. We've got to get to the final part. Now, once we believe that our fill process is complete, we want to do a few things. You can see here that I've added in a small air pocket that's still trapped in the heat exchanger. So in order to get this out, we've got to move it. So we're going to reduce our triple duty valve, which we'll put our triple duty valve rail right behind the pump. We're going to reduce that down to 25%. Then we're going to power on our unit, and we are only going to turn the pump on for several seconds. Okay. What that's going to do is it's going to establish flow, and it's going to push this air pocket to an area where we hopefully have a ball valve where we can vent that off. And that by reducing that down, that's not going to force us to make this pocket into micro bubbles that are going to circulate throughout the system. So now that we understand the theory about it, let's go outside and let's take a look at it on one of our chillers that we have set up outside. Now we've moved outside. We have a 100-ton chiller and a 121 air handler. The 121 air handler is much larger in height than the 100-ton chiller. Okay, so we're going to create an air pocket on the air handler. So before we get started, we always want to go over safety processes. So safety items for the day: hard hat, safety glasses, gloves as applicable to the job, high visibility safety vest, and steel toe or composite boots. Now, we also always want to make sure that we're ensuring the safety of ourselves and the others that are working in our job site with us. Okay, so you can see that I've already attached our filler hose. I've got the ball valves in the open position, and I've already opened the butterfly valves. So I've turned the liquid on, and we are in the fill process now. So now we'll start watching our vents and our ball valves where we'll start bleeding water. All right, now you can see that our lowest water valve here has started flowing. Now I'm going to let that run for a few seconds to get out any trash, and if there's any air bubbles that are coming through there, I want that to get out. So I'm going to let that run for a few seconds, and then I'm going to close that off. All right, now you can see on our air handler here, our lowest vent is now draining water. I've let it run for several seconds, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to close this ball valve. All right, so my top vent here has started pouring water. Now at first it was just kind of gurgling, but now it's a nice clean stream. So it should mean that I've removed all the air from this air handler. So I can go ahead and I can shut this off. Okay, so I suspect that there's air still trapped in this system. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to adjust my triple duty valve back down to 25%. And then I'm going to bump the pump. So let's take a look at that real quick. I've turned main power on. My incorrect power is turned off. My control power is now on. So I've reduced my triple duty valve to 25% normal operation for this job. So to remove the trapped air pockets, all I want to do is turn on my pump for several seconds. So I'm going to turn it to pump on, and I'm going to watch for my pump to come on. And then I'm going to turn my pump off. You may need to do this several times in order to get all of the trapped air pockets out of your system. Okay, now remember, leave your filler hose on to fill in those gaps where that air has vacated the system. As always, thank you for taking the time to review this service bulletin with us. Be safe, and I'll see you on the next video.